Hello, everyone. I am Rachel Nasatka from Radical Alchemy, excited to share with you more of my musings. This one is titled Live for Your Life, Not for Your Death. When I was in college, I had a good friend who was a pretty religious Christian. I wouldn't say that it was to the point where he tried to make me a believer, but I also wouldn't say that it wasn't to that point. Sophomore year, we sat in my parked car in front of my West Campus apartment building, talking about right and wrong, heaven and hell. He said to me, "If you don't believe in heaven and hell, what stops you from stealing?" But for me, well, I don't steal because I know that stealing is wrong, that it has the potential to hurt someone, that taking what's not mine is not something that interests me. I also have a very good friend who does steal. I found this out a few years ago, almost as a joke more than anything else, and I was shocked. During stressful times, she steals. Yes, it is wrong, but it doesn't really hurt anyone. She steals small items from stores with inhumane politics. Stealing from Costco? Never. Stealing from Walmart? Meh, it's fine. And, well, she is one of the best people I know. And not because of fear of some arbitrary consequence, but simply as a result of intelligence, empathy, and human decency. She is one of the best people I know, and she steals sometimes from Walmart. Okay, get over it. That's not my point. My point is that we gravitate towards the people who make us see the world as good, and we shrink from those who don't. And sometimes we are forced to escape people who make us see the world as damaged. I've written about my experiences with unethical leaders. I left that behind, and now I work with the types of individuals who make me a better human, not the ones who make me forget I have a heartbeat. I'll work with Robin Hood, the legendary heroic outlaw. I won't work with Robin Hood, the company that directly partnered with the Trump administration. And with this in mind, someone new gravitated in my direction, and it feels like the stars are aligning to remind me why I'm here and what I'm doing. A while back, an old colleague of mine reached out. Not someone who I knew well or worked with closely, but someone who I always found delightful and helpful throughout our limited interactions. He had taken a leave of absence for his health and was struggling to figure out his approach going forward. But here's where it gets complicated. His paid medical leave was a result of the way he was treated at work. But he was questioning, racking his brain, trying to figure out what he'd done wrong. When I tell you I worked for unethical leaders creating toxic work environments, I was not joking. So, what do you do when you find yourself unable to work due to medical conditions that were brought on by said work? What do you do when your leaders are so distracted, incompetent, and self-involved that you can't do the work you need for your livelihood because the way you are treated is taking away your ability to live and you are simply left with Lee Hood? I don't want any of your Lee Hood. Thank you. Instead, I'm talking about the ways we orient ourselves. Because, sure, we can spend time trying to avoid punishment or earn a reward, call it approval, promotion, status, or even heaven. But I'm more interested in becoming someone who leaves the people around me a little better than I found them. This is the only outcome I know I can influence, and I can hope that they pay it forward. I coached my former colleague today, and I'm not worried about him. He will find himself, his people, his place. And when I asked him where he wants to be a year from now, his answer blew me away. He wants to be where my business partner and I are. He wants to be removed from the toxicity of a workplace that is racing toward what they've defined as heaven, while actually existing in an atmosphere quite akin to hell. And I don't have a magic bullet or a silver one. I don't have any bullets because guns are gross. But he has a lot of space to be successful. So, here are 10 tips for anyone looking to reset the energy they give, the energy they receive, and just how they show up as a good and decent person in a world that is hard and unfair. One, you cannot control other people. They are on their own journey, and it will catch up with them one way or another. That's not your job. 2, you feel how you feel, but you are in control of your response. If someone is morally or ethically not worth your time, keep calm and neutral in conversation, even if they are a leader in an organization where you are employed. Focus on you. What is it that you want? Then, how can you get closer to achieving it? Commit random acts of kindness to both strangers and loved ones. Practice positive self-talk. Look in the mirror. Tell that gorgeous heart that belongs to that gorgeous body that accompanies that gorgeous face that you matter because you do. And I know how it feels to question that. 6, make new connections. If you like and respect someone, pursue deepening your relationship, not with a specific objective, but simply just to bring more positive energy into your orbit. 7, pick a single-minded objective. Do you want to step away from a toxic situation? Pursue some kind of retribution? Build an antithesis to what you experienced? Pick one ultimate goal and map out the steps to get there. 8, ask for help where you need it. Offer help where you can give it. 9, assume positive intent until someone shows you the opposite. Then protect yourself. 10, write, 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 write. And then when you're done, write some more. Read it back over time and realize how far you've come. I'm not changing the world here. I know this, but I might be able to change your world just a little bit. I might be able to encourage you to think about being a good person means a person who is a contributor and not a detractor, a person who actively grows, then uses that as fuel to help others. In other words, follow your heart, not an arbitrary club called heaven that you are hoping to join someday. There are no guarantees about what happens to us after we die, but there are guarantees that how we act impacts how we live. I want us to love this life.